Okay, so in this video, I want to go over Microsoft Clarity because I think it is a very cool tool to use if you have problem with conversions on your website. You can use tool like Hotjar that you can see here, but for spending like $40 per month to see 100 daily sessions, I think it is not necessary to spend that much. And I will show you here in this example that you can see the user intent, which is personally for me the most important thing to understand when people are already coming to the website. Are they have the low intent, medium intent, or high intent to generate your conversions? If you don't have a lot of conversions on your website, then that means that you need to improve something within the website, because this high intent will tell you from all these people that are coming to the website, what is the percentage of people that are actually converted. In this case, for the past 90 days, for one of my clients, you can see majority of the traffic is coming organically, which was the strategy from the beginning. To generate more organic traffic, then from this organic traffic to convert them into leads. And you can see this submission form, it is about 18%, which is aligned with the high intent of about 17 to 18% at the end of the day. You have these two tabs. You have recordings and you have heat maps. Personally, I like to go to heat maps, and I will show you based on my website because I don't want to show behind the scenes what is going on with my clients, but I can share you what is going on behind my website. So I will go now over that. When you click on heat maps, you will see the list of the pages that are filtered by page visits, exactly how many people are visited your page, and you can filter out for the past 30 days, 30 days, and so on. My suggestion is to use these filters before you use either heat maps or recordings. My suggestion is to use locations where your ideal customers are so that you can filter out exactly who you want to see here. In this drop-down, you can select United States and United Kingdom. Of course, you can select like Australia, Canada, and so on. And then after this, you have a couple of interesting things here. You can select quick backs, which means basically when someone comes on the page and then quickly backs from that page. It is very interesting thing because that means that you have not fulfilled searcher intent. There are a lot of different things that you can do with these filters. My suggestion is to play around with all of this. Before I proceed with the heat maps, I just want to tell you, it is very easy to install this within your website. It does not cost you anything. Once you sign up to Microsoft Clarity, it is completely free. You will have the code that you can put on your website. You just simply follow the process. And then after that, you will be able to start to track what is going on behind the scenes on your website. So when you go to heat maps right now, and when you select the filters, let's say we want to only see the people from UK and from US, I will click on apply. And then after that, you can see this was 1,200 people. So out of all these people for TikTok page, that is for the article, right now we have only around 200 people. And now we can see what the heck is going on within the page, and if people are even scrolling through the page, how they are behaving. Once you are here, my suggestion is to go through the scroll part, but it is easy to understand when you go to the scroll part. Because when you are here, you will notice what is the percentage of the people where they are staying on the page, or what is the percentage of the people that are staying above the fold. Because if you have this above the fold, this is from mobile version, majority of the traffic will come from the mobile version. In most cases, probably you will have about 70% of the people coming to your mobile version through the mobile to your website. So that means you want to optimize mostly for the mobile traffic. If you have specific landing pages that you can re-optimize depending on the version that you have. But here, when we want to optimize above the fold, if you have this high percentage, let's say you have 30% or 40%, that means that 60% of the people are leaving the website. That means you have to improve something. In this case, for this article, this is very good. And this was highly optimized at the beginning because people who landed on the article to stay on this article, because my core thing here is for them to start to read, then to pick interest, and then scroll through the website to continue to other pages, because on the other pages I have something that will nurture them to become a lead, and when they become a lead, it is easier for me to convert them into paying customers over time. And this was my core thing. Now, to easily understand and to change this from mobile version to the desktop version. On the left side here, you can specify what kind of view you want to have. And over here, you can see what is the number of page views for this specific device. So 91 people have visited this page on the desktop version in the past 30 days. So you can filter out this even more if you want, or you can exclude specific countries and so on. There are a lot of things that you can do with this tool. Now, one thing that is more important than heatmaps is recordings. If you have landing pages where you are spending a lot of money and you want to optimize something within the page to increase conversions, then my suggestion is to use recordings. When you click here on the recordings, these filters that you have specified before will stay there. Now, when you're on these recordings, it is literally seeing person behind the scene, what they are doing on your website. So when you click on one of these users, you will see the duration, you will see how many pages they have been clicked through. So you will see that they have came from Google. And now we will see what they have been doing on the website. It is like you are standing behind someone and seeing how they are interacting with the website. Now, let me emphasize how important and valuable this is. Imagine that you have a landing page and you are spending $1,000 per month to generate traffic to that landing page. Now, when you see how people are interacting with your landing page, let's say you have a cost per click for $1. So that means in the 30 days, you will have 1,000 people. And from these recordings, you can see where people are going through the page, where they are clicking, and what they are trying to do. When you have that feedback loop of understanding where people are dropping off, or if people start to read, because you will see how they are using, if they start to read something and then drop off immediately, that usually means that there is something confusing on the page. So it means you need to change that element and test again. So you can iterate week over week until you see that people are clicking through the desired conversion. That is why this is such a valuable tool to use. Once you have these different versions, you can compare them as well. Inside of heatmaps, you have an option to compare different versions. Imagine you have one version for 1 week, second version for second week, third version for third week, and so on, and then compare what will be the conversions. There is a lot of different things additional that you can do with Microsoft Clarity, like using AI, but all this other stuff is just extra thing that is unnecessary complexity. Main focus should be on the recordings and also understanding the heat map part, because that will give you a glimpse of what actually is going on with your website so that you can increase conversions, to change things on the website to increase conversions and track over time what will give you better click-through rate and better conversions.